for a sign from heaven. You gave me your word of faith. I prayed for a shorter road, but you made me walk the long way. I wanted clear-cut answers. You answered me with silence, but in the weight of the waiting, you were shaping who I am on the inside. I thought it was punishment, but it was your design. While I was begging for relief, you were building this heart of mine. 'Cause before the crown comes the dust. Before the honor I learned about. Before I reign, I die to myself. Before I win, I trust you now. You're not building comfort, you're building who I'll be. You didn't call me to be impressive. You called me to be yours completely. I asked you for clear direction. You split the sea wide open, water in front, fear all around, and my path was closing in. There was no way out. The trust I fall apart, and when my strength was gone and broken, that's when your power started. If it had all been easy, I would've never learned that when I reach the end of me, that's when it's finally your turn. 'Cause before the crown comes the ground. Before the throne, surrender now. Before the victory calls my name, I learned to follow your voice somehow. You're not raising applause, you're raising something real. You're not shaping me for people, you're shaping me to reflect what's holy, what you feel.
You led me through the desert when all I wanted was your voice. But in the echo of the silence, I learned that you're my only choice. You brought me to my knees when I was asking just to win. So every broken piece of me will learn to depend on you again.
You gave me thorns and weakness when I was asking for power. So I would never forget that without you I have no power. If the walls come crashing down, it was never by my hand. If the giants hit the ground, it's because you made them stand and fall again. If the sea starts opening, it's heaven that spoke the word. And when everything surrenders, there's only one name that deserves to be heard. Comes the dust. Before the glory, I break and cry. Before I stand before the crowds, I learn to lay my life down inside. You're not building comfort, you're building identity. You didn't call me to be greater, you called me to be yours eternally.
So if I'm broken right now, this is not the end of the song. It's just your hand writing deep where my heart belongs. If I can see a way out, I'll choose to
Your
still
team takes
believe.
the flag.
'Cause the glory that's coming after this is greater than anything
The flag
I've
in return.
ever seen. Before the
Your
crown,
team takes the
I
flag.
stay. Before the applause, I surrender. Before the victory, I trust.
Enemy flag has been
Even
returned.
without seeing, I remember.
From the sky, you whisper through midnight tears as the clock tick by. I mapped out my perfect road with neon signs so bright. You led me through shadow valleys where stars were my only light. I wanted stone tablets carved with your sovereign will. You wrote mercy in the dust when my faith stood still. The silence wasn't empty, it was love holding tight, sculpting my shattered pieces into vessels of your light. 'Cause before the golden dawn comes the ache of night. Before the harvest grows, seeds must die. Before the anthem swells comes the hush of now. Before I rise, I kneel somehow. You're not stacking my comforts high. You're building cathedrals where my doubts once lie. Not crafting my name in lights, but etching yours where my soul resides. I asked for GPS coordinates to paradise. You showed me men are falling one day at a time. When Pharaoh's chariots thundered at my trembling lightning harder than steel. Soil in my lungs, but I'm breathing again. Bringing the shadow and bringing the pain. My eyes are like embers, they glow in the dark. I'm light in the world with a single dead spark. No pulse in the wrist, but the power is rhythmic. The flow is ancestral, the damage is systemic. I walk through the fire, I swam through the flood. There's ice in my veins where they used to have blood. You're fighting a phantom, you're swinging at ghosts. I'm leading the vanguard, a skeletal host. The ground starts to tremble with every advance. You're trapped in the circle, you don't stand a chance. I'm ancient, I'm ageless, I'm back for the throne. A king made a spirit, a king made a bone. Rise up, it's the Dragon's war. We're knocking down the gate and we're breaking down the door. Don't let the hammer swing. We're making every mountain and every valley ring. From the grave to the throne, yeah, we take it all back. A thunderous sound on a permanent track. It's the blood, it's the bone, it's the undying flame. Forget who you were, remember the name. Dragon. We never stay dead. We never stay. I don't need a shield, I'm immune to the blade. I'm the price of the debt that you never have paid. Crawling through history, dust on the cape. Once I have started, there is no escape. My voice is a tectonic shift in the floor. I'm a beast, I'm a titan, I'm something much more. I've seen all the empires crumble to sand while I kept my grip on the sword in my hand. You're living for minutes, I'm living for eons. Crushing the kings and the lords and the peons. The scent of the sulfur, the sound of the chains. The trigger is coming to wash out the stains. No mercy for cowards, no room for the weak. I'm the end of the journey, the summit you seek. The war isn't over, it's just now begun. We'll block out the stars and we'll block out the sun. Rise up, it's the Joker's war. We're knocking down the gate and we're breaking down the door. Oh, let the hammer swing. We're making every mountain and every valley ring. From the grave to the throne, yeah, we take it all back. A thunderous sound on the permanent track. It's the blood, it's the bone, it's the undying flame. Forget who you were, remember the name. Dragon. We never stay dead. We never stay dead. Till you feel the frost creeping up your spine. Can you see the markers crossing every line? We don't die, we don't fade, we don't ever sleep. We're the promises that history was forced to keep. From the dark to the light, to the light. We are the hunger in the middle of the night.
Let's rock.
Rise. We are the war that never ends. We are the shadow that the mountain sends. Hey. Yeah. Hey. The barrel is empty. Hey. The throne is ours. Joker's war. Joker's war. We are the Joker's war. We never stay
Take the flag.
Dragon Star! Bob Dominator here! Let's go, baby! Hey, 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 hey! Waking up from 1,000 years sleep. Everything gold in the secrets I keep. Want the blood running cold in my veins. Break through the stone and I red of the chains. Claws on the edge of the obsidian cliff. Catching the wind with a heavyweight lift. I'm painting the clouds with the sulphurous glow. Ready to strike on the world down below. Dragon style.
Through the smoke, through the flame, can you feel it? From the peak, from the cloud to the castle.
We take flight, we burn, then we battle. Dragon style.
Let it burn through the spirit. Every flame, every war is a message.
We hunt gold, we train for power. Tail like a weapon, the scales like a shield. None of these kings wanna step on the field. Breath of the sun in the world made of ice. Ruling the air is the ultimate vice. I don't need paths when I'm on in the sky. Watch as the shadows of giants go by. Master of flame and the lord of the height. Everything falls in the middle of night. Dragon style.
Through the smoke, through the flame, can you feel it? From the peak, from the cloud to the castle. is a message.